Pisces, to your end of the month reading for July. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Getting straight into your energy of what you were thinking and feeling. Okay. Pisces. There it is. 8 of Cups. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups going on. Move that over just a little. 8 of Cups, having some kind of maybe transition, walking away from something, having the perfect timing. Let's get an Oracle card, and we will clarify on that 8 of Cups for you. This Oracle card will not only just clarify on the 8 of Cups, but the overall reading in itself. And we have, oops, I can tell that's going to be too big, the Light coming in, which is the same as the Sun card. Nice, very nice. Having it, and 2 cards of transition. Very nice. With the Light over here, you have this transition that you're going through. Things are happening. You're looking for the more bliss and the pleasures and happiness and contentment. Bringing forth things that are new within that, like, kind of new birth idea, right? Constant renewal. This is the most positive deck or card in the deck, which is the same as the Sun. So, which is also the same. It is pretty much telling you, Pisces, it is your time to shine. So this whole reading is about your time to shine. So love that. Okay, so knowing that with it going with the 8 of Cups, it's like you're walking away from something that no longer serves you. Having a transition at the perfect timing and making that progress, going for what you want to achieve, a goal, maybe even a person, right? Or maybe you're even walking away from a person to go find a better life, a better person, however it works for you. But no matter what, you're searching for something, right? Moving towards the light. We're just going to say moving towards that light, knowing what you want. Okay. And getting straight into here to go into the present situation, near past situation, and the future present, near future, excuse me, situation. Clarify on the 8 of Cups and the situation for Pisces, please, and then present. Near past and near future. Here we go. Ooh, interesting. So you have the mental conflict coming up in the present with spiritual strength. In the near past, you had rest and rejuvenation, which is the same as 4 of Swords. With patience and planning upside down. Feeling a little impatient. You have in the near future the waiting game. Very nice. With the 4, which pretty much the 4 of Wands is the foundations and achievements with the Magician card. So it's like you're manifesting for the best pleasures of yourself. Having that 4 of Wands coming in as your firm foundation. Okay. Very nice. So in the near past over here, you had the rest and rejuvenation. It was like you were in a thinking stage, right? I'm thinking, I'm meditating, I'm looking to see what I need to do. And that's really what it is. It's you going deep within yourself. You could even see it kind of as a hermit card in its own way, right? Just really getting in there, thinking about things. This card usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of particular emotional or mental experience that's kind of taxing on you, right? It's taking its burdens out on you. Okay. It's telling you that it's time to heal, time to think, time to move forward. You know that's what you want to do. You're kind of renewing your clarity for stronger foundations and trying to figure out what your next step is. Really just meditating and really thinking. And what I see is you're trying to think because your patience and planning is upside down. So I believe that because you know your patience and planning is upside down, that this is where you're really kind of meditating. You're really trying to think, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get that patience and planning right side up? Feeling a little impatient about whatever it is you're trying to plan, whether it's career-based, love-based, you know, however it resonates for you. Okay, so we have clarify on the rest and rejuvenation. Four of Wands. Well, there you go there. So it looks like you are looking for your Four of Wands. You're looking for that foundations and achievements and the things that make you passionate and have pleasure. Maybe for some of you, you're even patiently planning on buying a house or selling a house, or just moving. For others of you, it could be maybe you're patiently planning on getting married, or just whatever makes you happy, right? Just whatever it is that makes you happy. Saying, this is where I want to be. I'm thinking about this Four of Wands. This is where my pleasure lies. This is what I am passionate about, and this is what I want. Okay. Hoping and promising to be the creativity within something. A lot of times it even indicates springtime, right? So maybe in the past, this near past was actually in the spring. You were thinking about this. Okay. That's why you went in. Because of the patience and planning upside down, you were having hopes and doubt, or I'm sorry, not hopes. You were hopeless and you had doubts. You were doubtful about what was going on. You were doubtful that you were going to get to your Four of Wands. You're doubtful that your patience and planning is going to get to where you were going. And I think that's why you were really meditating on this, trying to figure out where and how am I going to get this dream. Not feeling balanced. It seems unfair. This seems unfair. Maybe it's because you put a lot of hard work into this and it just didn't pan out the way you wanted it to be. And now you're feeling very impatient because you really want this planning to go through. With the King of Wands, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Maybe you had this business deal that was supposed to go through with a fire sign, or maybe this is your loved one, and it's just not going the way you want it to go, and you feel very unfair. You are thinking intuitively, as you're meditating, of taking this action, but maybe you feel it's unfair because maybe somebody also, this fire sign, took action without you. Because I can kind of see that too. Maybe they're taking some action without you. Maybe they kind of left you out in the cold and they kind of moved on without you. Maybe they made a business deal that they didn't put you in. You're like, what about me? Two of Pentacles, this has to make you go think and get yourself balanced. Where there's no balance and it's unfair, you're going to go try to balance this out. You're trying to, maybe if this is a love relationship, you're trying to balance this out with this person. You're very determined to do what you need to do. Definitely, no matter what, this king is very determined to do whatever it is they're doing. I feel like there's a determination between both of you, but it just feels like they kind of are doing things on their own without you. Like, okay, so like for instance, if you were selling your house, they're doing everything to sell the house. Like maybe they said this is how much the house is going to be worth, but they didn't go over it with you. So you don't even know how much the house is being sold for because they have not communicated that with you. They kind of left you out in the dark. Could be dealing with a Virgo. And you're really trying to get inside to reflect on this because you're very determined to get to the next step within your life and do some planning. I just feel like they really, yeah, Seven of Swords. It's like they did things on their own. It didn't include you. I think this is where your planning really came unraveled. They were making steps to do things, and it was kind of like they were walking around you. So this puts you in mental conflict for sure in the present. I find the mental conflict. Five of Swords and Ace of Swords, or I'm sorry, Five of Wands and Ace of Swords. The mental conflict pretty much is, yeah, like this whole battle has kind of lost its luster. This whole scenario, it's kind of like backwards. It's putting you in your head. It's like with the Ace of Swords, it's like your partner made a move that offended you. This could be a partner at work. This could be your love partner, a family member. Take it as it resonates. But they made a move that offended you. I'm telling you, it feels like they walked around you in the middle of you planning to do something. It was almost like they were more concerned about doing this the way they wanted to do something, and they didn't involve you at all. If it's a career, it's kind of like maybe they made a money-making proposal. Maybe they did something in a contract to sell. I mean, if you're selling, I don't know, something, and they told this other person it would only cost them this much to do so, but they didn't go to you to even ask you how much this contract should be worth. And you felt like, I don't know, there's this insecurity coming in, like you did not do it right. This is unfair that you didn't ask me. It's unfair that we did not come together to make this decision together. And then in the end, it almost feels like you kind of got stabbed in the back in some ways. Because you have the Ace of Swords as a double-edged sword. So they kind of double-edged sworded you. And it could be because if they did sell this house or did something like that, they lowballed, right? And you know it. This makes you feel like it's moving backwards. And if it's a career, it's totally moving backwards because they lowballed the deal. They put the contract out for way less than it should have been. And you know it. Okay? For others of you, it's just a family ordeal. Then you just feel like you're totally stabbed in the back. And this is making you feel kind of isolated. And that's that mental conflict. And that's that isolation over here with the Virgo as well. And this is why you're like rest and rejuvenating. And it's really coming up in the present right now. Like, I can't believe that. Because it almost feels like with the Ace of Swords, now you 100% understand exactly what they did in the present. You had an idea of what they did in the near past, but in the present, you're really feeling it. Like, maybe that money is now coming in, or whatever it is now coming in, and you feel totally disrespected. And maybe it's because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, because you have the Five of Wands. You're like, I'm not going to fight about this. I'm just kind of in my head. Okay, but you do feel like the negotiations that were going on, you weren't a part of. Five of Wands upside down, negotiations. You feel like you're walking on your tiptoes around this partner, around this person. No wonder you're in the Eight of Cups. You're just like, I'm walking away from this situation. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. I'm not listening. They may even made you feel like they were manipulating the situation from the past. Or maybe they're manipulating the situation now. Maybe as you're talking with them, they're manipulating the whole thing. Like, well, you weren't there, but it's very mean. It's very mean. The way they're saying it and the way they're speaking to you is very mean. And it's keeping in your head like, come on. So you're trying to keep your spiritual strength over here. And that spiritual strength pretty much is just keeping the faith within yourself that this will all work out in the end, even though you lost money. You lost something. Something went awry. All you can do is get to this happiness. Six of Cups, yeah, mental conflict from the past. This is the past right here. Trying to build that spiritual strength from the past into the present. It's like you can't stop thinking about what they did. But you're trying to get strong within yourself to keep this going. Yeah, but it's stuck in your head again. 8 of Swords. Now you have the mental conflict with the 8 of Swords, which is still mental conflict. But you're having a hard time because the more you think about it from the past, the more you get stuck inside your brain. It's so much disappointment. It's so much inaction. You don't know which way to turn. You know, withdrawing yourself from the problems, keeping your mouth shut, not talking to them, but keeping your spiritual strength, or needing to keep the spiritual. The good news is you still have the spiritual strength, or you could use that spiritual strength to get out of these bonds, to get yourself more active within this. But you have the observations. You have the observations, and you know that you could get your strength back over here. You just have to come to the realization that this happened, it's done, and it's over with. You know, and there's going to be relief. I think the only relief you're really going to find is within this spiritual strength within yourself. With the Page of Swords, though, man, it's almost like you did the research and you're like, okay, this is how much money we lost. Okay, well, you're going to have that communication, though, within them to make right choices and make sure that, you know, they understand, you know, that we need to have different positive interaction. You cannot just be doing whatever you want to do to your advantage. You know, we need to do this together. We need to solve these problems together. We need to make these things together, trying to make them understand. And that's really what the Page of Swords is trying to communicate and make them understand. Facing the fears with your spirituality, the fears of, I think it's that lost money, that lost whatever it was. Keeping your self-control with your spiritual union over here. Staying calm. Because I think once you really see what the research is here in the present, it's going to make you kind of upset. So I believe your spiritual self is like, just stay calm. Everything's going to be fine. Excuse me, aiming higher. It just feels like you're just going to have to aim higher for the, you know, to get back to wherever you need to be. Especially if it's in a business. Then you're going to have to say, well, I have to take control of the money issue. That's it. Maybe I need to take the money away from this other person. Or, you know, if this is a business, something has to happen. Don't let them have so much control. Taking back the control for myself with strength. Working and focusing on what needs to be fixed. I'm going to have to stand my ground for this challenge. This challenge is going to have a lot of options, but you're really going to have to fix this. Going to, yeah, because this is emotionally draining you. But you are just definitely trying to get to the happiness. How are you going to get to the happiness? Feels like money's lost. Just, that's the waiting game. 2 of Cups, coming back together to have this understanding to, you know, with each other. Can this person learn, though? The High Priestess coming in. Taking the initiative. It's still taking the initiative to control the situation. Trying to get yourself still balanced. Trying to make them understand that there is equality here. We have to be on equal terms. You and I need to cooperate. We need to be on equal terms. You don't make a business deal without me. You don't make any deals without me. That is the whole idea of partnership. Whether it's, you know, wife, husband, you know, business partner, whatever it is, there has to be like-mindedness, and we have to have the open conversations of what's going on. Because this is really going to be that honest discussion with your partner, making them understand. Being in the waiting game, look at what we have to do. Now we're going to have to make a new deal. We're going to have to do something to try to get up because you made us lose so much money. How are we going to get the new, like if you sold a house and it was lowballed, and you want this new house, well, now we need to figure out how we're going to get the new house since we lost so much money from the old house. Coming in overbearing. Ooh. With the Knight of Cups. Expecting them to come in overbearing. They're overbearing. This is your partner. Your partner is coming in overbearing. They're trying to tell you their truth. What is their truth? What is their truth? What was expected? What was their truth to the offering? It's like, what was their truth? Clarify on what their truth was. Because now they're coming in trying to tell you their truth. I believe they thought it was fine. I have this feeling that they believed that if they didn't do what they were going to do, this house or this project or whatever this was, whatever you guys are doing, was not going to sell, was not going to go through, unless they did something. They believed they were going to take the initiative to themselves. Backsliding causes the relationship to backslide a little bit, but it's also backsliding. What was backsliding? Okay, well, their truth is that this was never going to go through. It was backsliding. This whole deal was backsliding. That's what it makes me feel like. This whole deal was backsliding. It wasn't going the way it was until I made a better deal. They really do believe that they made the better deal. But I have a feeling that you're like, well, you know what? They didn't have to do that. Okay, they didn't have to do that because in actuality, you know, if that's not what that person wants to do, you wait. You know, you wait. You don't just go back, or you talk to me about it, right? Because like I said, they did it without you. So with the Hierophant upside down, it's like, you know, the traditions of what we usually do within our career, if it's career, wasn't working. So, you know, I had to communicate and take they really do believe they needed to take the advantage. They needed to step up to the plate. I just really don't like the whole idea in this reading that they just left you out cold about this situation. It's kind of undermining. This whole reading is kind of undermining. Though they were taking the strength and the professionalism to this whole idea, trying to become the ultimate boss, right? Like it was only them. They overshadowed you and they really left you out there. You know, they were really trying to take on the responsibility, do everything professional. They wanted the position. They did whatever they wanted to do. Like I said, just don't like the idea that they left you out. Yeah, see, they left you out. So it's like, if it's, you know, a business deal, it's like, here they are, but because it's upside down, then you're missing. Right, you're missing. And you just kind of like take this person in yellow and make them disappear, right? It's like, you're missing from this. 3 of Pentacles, no collaboration. I'm sorry, I did things without you, you know. And so therefore they made you feel like this whole idea is you're mistrusting. And that's what that card is upside down. It's mistrusting, right? They did things without you. No collaboration. No letting you in on what was going on. So you're trying to get to the light over here because now you're manifesting. You're really trying to get to this 4 of foundations and achievements over here. You're trying so hard. Man, this person you're dealing with is a little rough though. A little rough. You have the Magician right side up. Here we go. So you're manifesting now and taking back the action. Like I said, you're telling them, you know what, we're going to have this. We are working together. Okay, because this is the only way it's going to work with the Lovers. If we can't put ourselves together in this situation, okay, because now the situation's messed up, so now we have to try to fix it. So yeah, you have to fix it. You have to go with 3 of Wands. You have to look out on the horizons and figure out how you're going to fix this whole mistake to make it into the light. Trying to find that happiness still. You're like, God, all I want to do is be happy. I want to be prosperous. I want to be the Queen of Pentacles. You're working very hard. You're trying to nurture the situation. You're putting yourself out there. You're bringing in new ideas, new creative ideas, trying to figure out how you're going to fix this. With the Page of Pentacles, trying your hardest. Maybe you're even putting new offers. With the Page of Pentacles, you have new offers. Like I said, if this is career job, you have new offers that are going out for the next business, the next whatever. But yeah, this is how you're going to have your victory. Clarifying on the Page of Pentacles, it just feels like the expectedness of this with the Page of Pentacles is that it's going to have to, the next job, if this is a job, is going to have to be, now you're going to have to make the next person either pay this, you know, the price that they're supposed to pay for the job, or make them pay a little bit more to try to pick up the pace. That will get you to where you need to be. The moon. The moon and the Five of Pentacles. It's expected, though, that no matter what, it's going to have to be done at the price that it's supposed to be done at. Whatever service, whatever it is, you're going to have to save money. You're going to have to do something. Because, see, I even see you saving money over here. Saving money, taking control of the money, focused on saving money, yeah. And over here, it's like the moon. But why is the moon upside down, right? Like, why? Why? Because there's impatience. Well, I got that impatience and planning over here. So you're still feeling a little impatient because it feels like it's not working the way you want it to go. It's like you're playing catch up. And when you are playing catch up. So with the Five of Pentacles over here, it's like you're going to be okay in the near future. Everything's going to be fine. You just have to play catch up. You have that spirituality, that transition, that belief. And of course, there it is over here. Spiritual strength, putting that spiritual strength in there, having that belief that if I hold on to this money in the present and I really focus, hopefully we'll be able to get to our light and our firm foundations over here. And you're really just trying to move forward with this transition and really figure out where the priorities are within this job, this situation, and trying to understand that, you know, however this person betrayed you, however they did things, you're trying to heal to get through that as well and say, okay, look, we're going to do this. Okay, our outlook should improve soon. Everything's going to be fine. We just have to really push and save. Okay, but we're going to have to struggle through the discomfort pieces of this. Because, yeah, we're missing a lot of money, a lot of something to get to your victory. What is the overall? What is the overall? The overall for this, Pisces, is you coming up as the King of Cups upside down. I don't like that, though, because that's showing you're still over emotional. You're still feeling fickle, and you're still not trusting this other person. You're still kind of watching them. You're really not, you know what I'm saying? You're really not in tuned. It's almost like you're so in, let's put it this way, you're so in tune to doing and fixing this stuff that you're not in tune to this other person. You're just not that happy. And I don't think you're going to be 100% happy until you get to where you need to be. Okay, because you're just really, you're calculating. And when I mean calculating, I don't know, calculating usually means, you know, like I'm calculating, I'm being, you know, sinister or something. No, I don't even feel like that. I feel like for somebody, this is a business thing and they're calculating, like literally using the calculator to figure out how we're going to fix this. Okay, and you still feel like this person is untrustworthy. There's something still deep down inside you that you're not 100% trusting them. And I don't think you're really going to trust them until this whole thing is over. Until you can actually, you know, feel like they're trustworthy. Because right now, still in the near future, you're feeling that they're unpredictable. They could turn any minute if they just feel like they're not getting what they want, because it feels to me like they just want to rush out and do whatever they want to do. And so you're always questioning the value of what they're doing. Okay, so yes. And it could even be that your person is, you know, your loved one, whoever this person is manipulating the situation. Still in the near, you know, because we haven't been manipulating over here with the Five of Wands, and then we have it over here as well. So you're feeling like they could be manipulating the situation. And maybe even you are manipulating the situation a little bit. Maybe you feel you have to manipulate the situation because you're taking so much control. So maybe it's you, right? You're like, nope. You know, maybe that's just a part of how you feel like you have to be. So, you know, because it is the King of Cups. So maybe it's yourself manipulating the situation. And this is because of the Two of Swords. This is because you're using your intuition so much that you're saying, you know what, I don't have time for this. It's either the bad way or the good way. And we're going in the direction that I'm saying. So that could be a little manipulating and a little pushing. But I think that you feel it's necessary at this time because this person is so untrustworthy. So, but you do have the Sun coming out. So sooner or later, this sun will come out, but it's still telling you, Pisces, to still watch the red flags. And I do believe that this is still watching the red flags with this person. There's a lot of swords here. You guys could be dealing with an air sign. I have fire and air on here, probably more than anything. And Spirit is really letting us know that, you know, got a lot of air and fire. So however it is, watch the red flags, because I don't know, this person seems to want to get the good deal anytime they can. Either give the good deal, get the good deal. I don't know. But however it is, it's not a good deal. It hurts. So it does show, though, that you do get the sun, you finally get the happiness, you finally get on track. Pisces, it's just the problem is that you're always, feels like with this person, you're always going to be watching these red flags with them. Okay? This is a love relationship. Just need 2 cards, please. 2 cards, please. I feel like if you continue to have, I'm actually going to put it over here. If you continue to have these red flags continue to keep going at you, this could cause a separation. You guys may be already in the separation type of area where it's, well, I'm in one room and you're in the other room, right? And we're cold and we're not talking to each other. It's already kind of caused that separation. It could just be a non-talking type of going cold. The silent treatment separation, I guess is what it is. But otherwise, Pisces, it says keep an open mind, and I don't really believe that that's love. What I believe that is for whatever, if, you know, whatever this is. However it is you're going to get back, whatever you're going to get back, keep faith and keep an open mind, because I think really, in seriousness, this will come back. You just have to really watch your P's and Q's in this situation. And I did say it for some of you, there's an engagement going on. And there's an engagement. And then there's that other one that I said, maybe somebody's getting married and they're trying to buy a house, or you guys are trying to do something, and maybe they did something that they got the better gist of this. But I did get the engagement card because I did say in the near, but this is in the near past. You guys were engaged, getting married, and then something went awry, right? Then something went wrong. And maybe that's what it was. Maybe you guys got married and then tried to buy a house and something horrible happened. Deception. Yeah, but we already seen that. We already knew that the deception was there because they did something behind your back somehow or another. Something that hurt. Something that cost money. Cost something. Okay, and it looks like that's it. I don't have anything else. Okay, so yeah. And let's see what the angels have to say. Okay, this one says, ask help from others. Ask help from others. Get more information. And abundance. Ooh, that's a good one. Abundance. It's very nice. And it's up to you. So it's pretty much up to you to get your abundance and ask help from others. Excuse me. They can be very helpful. Can be very, very helpful. Okay, so ask help from others, get your abundance, get more information, and it's up to you. Okay, and then that was your reading for you, Pisces, and peace and love to you, my friends. Bye-bye.